What a beautiful day. What's up, YouTube? Man. Welcome to another story. Story time. Today we're going to talk about how I broke my leg skateboarding. So as always, I have to say this because, not everybody watched the video, so fast forwarded like 75% of the video, however long this is, if you want to see how I broke my leg. But if not, sit back, relax, enjoy, baby. So so this video is I want to give a shout out to Odd Ramen. So this is YY. This is my favorite ramen. He got the name Odd Ramen is because he told me because he eats this raw, right? As you can see here. See, he eats them like this. See, you can eat. This is good. See, most ramen is white. This one has like oyster sauce. It's already got flavor on it. But this one comes with garlic oil, chili pepper, and of course the main spices, which is salt, MSG, and garlic powder, and some other stuff. But yeah, you put this in, so lots of sodium, because even the noodle, the ramen here has already got sodium. So this shout out to Odd Ramen. Now you know why I say to fast forward the video, right? So when I was in a refugee camp in Laos, in Thailand, I mean, this is very rare to eat. This right here. You had to be sick, right? In order to have this, because in refugee camp, we don't make any money, we're just a refugee. Unless you have sponsors from America, Canada, Europe, whatever, they send you money. You don't have any money to buy this stuff. And this thing was about 3 baht. So, per pack. This was 1979. And then they have the their rival, which is Mama. So it's like Coke and Pepsi, YY and Mama is like Coke and Pepsi, they're rivals. So Mama had a little catchphrase. So they have this song I remember today. So it goes like this. Mi mama kin sep kin nua sipokua sapokua kabokan mama. Means the mama noodle, mama ramen is so flavorful. 10 families, 20 families doesn't even compare to 1 pack of mama. Yeah, so that's what the song. I'm sure it lost its translation. So in order to buy one of these in 1979, it was 3 baht. Okay. So the currency right now, $1 is 32 baht. Okay, so 100 penny is 32 baht. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so right now 2025, 100 cents, right, equals 32 baht. Okay, BHTH, baht. This is in Thai money. So 3 baht back in 1979, right? So then the formula is, okay, so we have dollar equals, since this is a skateboard, channel, we're gonna do KF equals kickflip, because everybody loves kickflip. They want to skip the ollie, okay? So we have dollar equals KF, which is kickflip. So now we have the formula, algebraic formula that we should learn in like 10th grade. So 32 baht, right? 32 baht, right here, right? Equals, plus, right? No, not plus, I mean times KF, which is kickflip, which is the dollar, KF, equals 3 baht, right? 3 baht was 1979, this is 2005, okay? So, and then you put the thing here, and then you divide it by 4.5. So you ask me, why 4.5? Because this 4.5 comes from $1 or 100 cent in 1979 is $4 or 450 cents 2025. Okay? So that's where that 4.5 comes from, because it went up 450% since 1979, right? All right, so now we got that. All right, now we're gonna solve this problem, okay? See, you come here skateboarding, you leave smart, baby. That's how we do it. Your body and your brain is the ultimate computer, and your body is the ultimate machine. So we're going to put the formula back. So we have bracket here, 32 times kickflip equals 3, right? Bracket divided by 4.5, right? That's the formula. So if you divide both sides by 32, right? Something like that. I think it's 32. Yeah. No, over here, 32. You do the bracket first. So this cancels out, and then you go 32, right? Divided by 3, right? Then this can't go in, so this is 0. Put the decimal here, bring decimal on top, right? And then you go 30, and this goes here, right? 30 still can't go into 32, or 32 can't go in 30, so it's 0. Now put another 0 here. So now 32 goes to 309 times, right? 9 times 2 is 18, carry the 1. 9 times 7 is 20, 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28, right? So then you have 2 here, and then 1, right? So 22, 2 here and 1 here. Here you carry the 1, right? Because you borrowed the 1. So 2, you borrow the 10, so 1. And then put the 1 here, 3 minus 3 is 0. So 0.32, and then put another 0 here. So 3 goes to 120. It's probably like almost 4, more like 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9, right? Then you have 4, carry 1 here, 24. And then you have 240, right? Doesn't matter because this will not go over. So you're looking about 0.093 divided by 4.5, right? So then now you go. So now it was almost so 4.3 or 4.5, right? So you move the decimal over here, you gotta move the decimal over here. So we have 0, 9, 3, right? So you bring the point over here, right? So you put the 0 here, so you put this 0, okay? Because you move the 0 here over, you gotta move it over here. So 45 to 0, 45 to 0, 45 to 9 is 0, right? So 4 to 5 is 2, right? 4 times 5 is 10. We carry the 1, right? 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So 3, 0, okay? So 2, right? So 2/10 of a penny. So you got 1 cent. This is 10 over 2 up here. So you break it down, it's 5. So 10. So you got 1 penny, right? Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that the top ramen is 1/5 of a penny each, 1979. All right, so I got this little, I keep my change here. As you can see in America, you know, it's not hard to get $1. So here is $1. 2025, if you go exchange this, you get 32 baht. Like let's say this baht is like this. They look like a coin like this. Like probably like this size, more like a quarter size. Okay? So let's say this is baht 1. So here, let's say this is 1 baht, right? So I remember 1979, I had to give 3 baht. 3 of these coins, 1 baht each, to get thing of ramen. Right? For $1. So after we did the math, it turns out that this is 1 penny, 1 cent. So $1 is 100 cents. Okay? So it turns out that one of these ramen is 1/5 of a penny. So 1979, 1 penny can buy you 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4, 5. This one. One American penny. So just give me an idea, you know, how the third world, you know, is compared to America, right? So what's that got to do with broken legs? Nothing. But I just want to give a shout out to Odd Ramen. He's not the only odd one, baby. I eat them like this too. Alright, finally, get to the story. I don't know, just a little food for thought, you know what I mean? Like I said, your brain is the ultimate computer. And your body is the ultimate machine, you know? So remember that. You can do anything you want to, you know? Nose is running. So it kind of continues from my my kidney transplant story, kind of. It's kind of in that same era, you know? Not kind of, but it is in that same era. So around 1997, I was living in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I was on dialysis for like 15 months already. I started out January 96. So this is around March 1997. So 15 months. So 1 year and 3 months. Or 2 months. 1 year and 2 months. 3 months. No, 3 months. Yeah, 1 year, 3 months, or 15 months. I used to live in California when I first moved there in 1991-92, and I met my friend Mario. And so I called him up because it was very cold, you know. It was very cold in New Jersey. It snowed a lot. This is around March, so it was very cold. And so then I told him, you know, I want to go back to California because it's very cold here, you know, Atlantic City. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, because he moved into this one house on Hickory, 3-bedroom house, and he's like, yeah, I got a room, you know, come down and you can rent a room here or whatever, or what, you know. He's always super cool. He's always like, oh, you know, just play by ear, whatever, you know. Because what happened, what happened was I drove my truck in 1994, my 1985 Nissan truck, to Atlantic City from California. It took like 4 days. And when I was over there, I didn't need my truck. And he was working at Grind King, and they were doing hazmat snowboards too. Grind King, you know, which is like the new Grind King that they just came out with. And he needed a vehicle because it was in Venice Beach, right? So then he's like, so I wasn't using my truck, so I was like, yeah, man, you can have it, you know, if you could get someone to, you know, tow it. So he got a tow truck back then, 96, 97, probably 96. I think it was like $800. His dad paid for it. I think it was $600 for a tow truck to come in, pull the truck, put on a flatbed, drive it from Atlantic City to Anaheim, California. So he was driving back from Anaheim, California to Venice, which is it's in LA, and Anaheim's in Orange County. So he would drive there back and forth. And so he had this truck, and he was working for Grind King, you know. I mean, they were out for a while now. They trying to come back with that crazy Grind King shit. Yeah, he was working for Grind King back then, and hazmat snowboards. So he would deliver snowboards to skate shops and all that shit. So I just gave him the truck, you know. So that's why he was like, yeah, we play by ear, you know. I gave him the truck, so he's like, don't worry about the rent or nothing. So in March 97, I flew to Anaheim, California, and stayed there. And then and he was still doing the Castle contest, the CASLA, California Amateur Skateboard League, and with Sonia, you know. So he was still doing that. Hold on. There's all the construction and everything going around. Those guys are going to lunch, and this guy just pulled out, you know, just kind of threw me off a little bit. But anyway, I got there, and this was the same time that they told me I had to get be a citizenship by October, and this is March. He said by October I got to be there to be a citizenship. So then he's like, so I was trying to rush that. I had to go to an immigrant lawyer. Cost like $500 for the lawyer and the you know, all that stuff, the fees and everything. Try and get citizenship. Like, you have to apply by October, so I had to rush that. And then he was doing a castle contest. So then he said, yeah, I got a thing to go see John, who owns SOP Distribution, which is the same as they have like ATM skateboards, Arsenal skateboards, 8-ball wheels, Dark Horse grip tape. So like they had Edward De Vera riding for ATM. I think Adam McNatt was riding for Arsenal. I don't know, I'm not sure. One of those guys. They had, I remember Brandon Beeble was amateur for ATM. Anyway, we went down there. It's in Oceanside, which is an hour south of Anaheim. So we went down there, check it out, and they said there was gonna be a. So we went there on the. We went there. You know, on Tuesday, either Tuesday or Thursday, because you know that was my day off for dialysis, and so we went down there, and then they said there was gonna be a demo this week on the weekend. So I was like, all right, and then he's like, man, this guy's talking on the phone and shit. So I'm trying to do my blog. He's done talking on the phone. Yeah, so we go down there, and there was this guy named Uncle Dave. We call him Uncle Crazy because it's like he was like in his 60s, right, back then. And he'd skate too, you know. He would skate to get like a case of beer and shit one time. I remember one night we were waiting there, he went down to get a case of beer. He came back all fucked up, all bleeding and everything. The case of beer was smashed. I guess when he was coming back, he ate shit on his skateboard. Half of the beer was crushed. So we call him Uncle Crazy. And he loves to smoke fucking marijuana. The good shit, you know? The stinky shit. So I remember he was at an airport and, you know, because he speaks a little bit of Chinese and all that shit. And I guess he came back from one of those, somewhere from China or somewhere up there. And custom was checking his bag and he had a thing of straight wrap of like marijuana and shit. And they didn't know what it was back then, you know, and they were smelling it and they're like, oh, fuck, this thing stinks, man. He's like, oh, yeah, you know, I was in China and I got this, they, you know, for my health, because he was old, right? He had gray hair and shit, so they believed him, you know. He's like, yeah, you know, and use this for, you know, I put it in my tea and I drink it, you know, it's supposed to be for health and everything. It's like guts and there's like grinded guts and snakes and scorpions and the guy customers, nah, man, I don't want to hear about that shit here. Zip it, close that thing up, man. Just, you know, just get it away from me. You know, it was a big deal back then for marijuana, you know. So yeah, that's why we call him Uncle Crazy. Yeah, really great guy, really great dude. He knows how to build ramps and everything. So he had a convertible Chrysler LeBaron. You know, a convertible one. He came and picked us up. Got the converter down, cruised down there an hour. So we went and built a ramp down there because there was gonna be an Arsenal, you know, Arsenal team gonna come up on the weekend skate it. So on this side they had like I think like a 16 feet wide, 3 foot high quarter pipe. And then on the other side, let's say you switch it on the other side. So the quarter pipe's here, you come this side, there's a bank ramp, 8 feet wide. 8 or 4 feet, I think it's 4 feet wide. 4 feet high. And then like an 8 foot quarter pipe on this side of it, on the right side of it. You know me, I don't wax shit, right? We don't fucking wax shit, man. You know what I mean? So we built it. It was around 5 o'clock at night. Sun was going down. Uncle Dave was putting the convertible top up on the car, and he's like, "All right, let's go, man." And then I'm like, "Oh, hold on, last try, right?" Ever since that day, I never say last try anymore. Never ever one more try. When somebody say let's go, I just go, right? So I drop in the quarter pipe, and then I go up to the bank ramp, and I was gonna gap to a front side tail slide because I ride goofy. So I go up for a tail slide on the quarter pipe, and it got stuck, you know, no wax, right? So I jump off, and the board was coming down, and when I jumped off, my foot my foot land on it, and the board shot back up on the ramp, and my foot spiral, right? Spiral, so I got a spiral break. So my knee was like this, and my leg was like this, and my knee was like that, right? My leg was like that, my knee was like that. My knee was straight, and my leg was like that. And I'm laying there on the ground. So they're like, "Hey, Mario, Lo just, I think he broke his leg." Yeah, same something. He said he got hurt or something like that. So my friend Mario came over, and he looks at me and goes, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, I think I broke my leg." He's like, "Ah, shit, that's it." So remember, Mario's been doing the castle contest, the California Amateur Skateboard League, for a long time, you know. So we've seen a lot of injuries. And so remember, I was on when I came. I had 20 staples right here. Okay, right here somewhere. One of these I have like 20 staples because my axis got clogged up. See, I just went to the doctor right now to fix it today. See it? They just opened my vein up right now this morning. I just got back. Yeah, I just got back from the vascular doctor right now. I got my vein fucking, because it got clogged up, so it wouldn't let the flow through, like a clogged up drain, you know. So that's normal, you know. So all my arms are like that, both arms all clogged up. That's what I'm doing to my leg. So anyway, so that'll reopen it just like this, but that'll put 20 staples here. And when it does that, I can't use my axis yet till it heals for like, 3 months or whatever. So I had a catheter right here sticking out of my neck. So he thought my catheter pulled out, you know what I mean? It goes right into my heart. It goes right into my heart. Like, they jab it. Like, now it's all clogged up. I can't even do the catheter in my neck no more. It's all, clogged up. So he thought my catheter pulled out, But he's like, it's only a broken leg. So then Uncle Dave was like, fuck, man. He's like, what? I just put the tops up on my car, you know what I mean? So he's like, got to put the convertible back down. Help me into the car. So I'm sitting in the front of the car and everything. And this is in Oceanside, which is an hour south. We don't know anything about that place, So we asked John, the owner of the place, like where it was. There's no internet, nothing like that, and no iPhone and shit. So you just gotta remember, like, you go to this thing, there's a big red pole with a Pepsi sign, billboard, make a right, and you see like 3 big trees on your left side. Keep on going till you see like a purple stop sign, and then, you know what I mean? That's how we did it back then. Yeah, man, on the way there, like, this is my feet. I'm like this every time like Uncle Dave hits the brake in the car. It feels like somebody's pulling my feet apart from my leg, right? So yeah, so it's right here. So this is so see right there? There's my leg right there. So my leg was like this, and my knee was like that. And even now, it's still crooked. So see, I got here's a scar, and yeah, I got 12 screws going both bones, the fibula and the tibia. The tibia and the fibula, both bones here, spiral broke both. So I got 12 screws going through here in a titanium plate. See if you can see, it's a little bit fatter than this side. See? Yeah. Yeah, so we get to the hospital, and the lady, Mari ran inside, and the lady was coming out. She brought a wheelchair out. She goes, no, he needs a stretcher. He can't sit in a wheelchair. Because my feet be dangling, So she brought a stretcher out. They put me inside, asked me what happened, blah, 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 and all that. And so I was put in this waiting room. We had two patients, right? Had like a little curtain that separates it. And I hear this guy like next to my right. He's crying, like, yelling. And his wife was like crying and everything. Like, mijo, it was like a it's like a Mexican couple, right? She's talking in Spanish and everything. Mijo, whatever, right? And the guy's like, So I peeked over, pushed the curtain over. And what happened, I guess he was playing soccer and he fell and and sprained his hand or his fingers. So they put one of his hand in one of those Chinese, they call it Chinese finger thing, that holds it together, because they have to re-break his wrist. So as soon as I picked over, they like, they pulled it real hard and snapped it like, and his wife was like bawling, like she was crying, everything, like it's crazy, man. And here's me, like, I forgot about my broken leg because I was just watching this guy and his wife crying and shit. So then the doctor came in. So he's like, "Oh, we can't help you here because you're on dialysis. You gotta go to a special bone doctor." Like, fuck. So he just put my feet up on his chest, or his assistant, and helped him. Like, he held my feet and twisted it to get it as straight as possible, right? And then his assistant wrapped my leg. So then later, then he just sent us home, and then I had to make an appointment for a special bone doctor. So I made a special bone doctor, and then because I had Medicare, I think, back then. So in the United States, we have 50 states. So 49 states, you can apply for Medicaid, which help out pay for the 20%. Because Medicare pay 80%, so Medicaid pay 20%. But in California, they're like a state of their own, So they got a thing called Medi-Cal, instead of Medicaid, Medi-Cal. So about a month later, so a month later they send me the 20% bill, which is still a lot, like $2,000 or some shit, a lot. So we're like, all right. Mara's like, okay, we'll take you to the Medi-Cal office on my off day, my non-dialysis day. So we get there to the Medi-Cal place, and he wheeled me in there and everything. I got like a rental. Anyway, I got a cast put in all the way up here to my, like a full cast from my down there all the way up here to my hip. So then I got 20 staples here, a full cast to my hip, a catheter is sticking out of my neck in a wheelchair. So I got one leg straight like that, right? And then I had this arm with staples, so I have to use my left leg to push myself and my right arm to balance, right? Because this one I can't really move too much because I got staples on there. So I got one arm and one leg on a wheelchair. So I get in there, it was like 7 in the morning, get in line, everything. So I get up to the top and the lady says, ask me all this stuff, and I'm like, I want to apply for Medi-Cal and blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, oh, you don't qualify. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, if you're pregnant, yeah, see, that's the reason why a lot of young girls are pregnant in California, Because if you're pregnant, you get emergency food stamp, $200 food stamp, $200 cash, emergency Medi-Cal, and token, bus token, right? Coins for the bus if you're pregnant. But because my thing was so rare that they didn't know what to do with me, right? So my friends was like, oh man, when we see the supervisor came out. It was almost like, when you go buy a car and you tell them, I want that car for $32,000. They're like, I don't know, it goes for $39. I have to go talk to my manager, and they go off and just go take a piss or whatever and just jack off a little bit, and then they come back. I don't know, my boss says maybe 35. I'm like, nah, 32, bro. I'll be back, let me go. You know, it was one of those. Like the manager kept going to the supervisors, but they didn't know what to do with me. You know, my shit was so rare. Alright, so finally she was like, alright, but you have to watch this, you have to go in this room and watch this video first. So I go in there. And you know what the video is about? Traffic. Like, you know, people get like tickets and shit like that. Like jaywalking, tickets, seatbelt, you know, like traffic video. You know, like, yeah, you know, no jaywalking, stop behind the stop sign, watch pedestrian. I was like, whatever. So then my friend was telling me he had to leave because, see, we didn't have that much money, right? Because the way we made money was we went to do skateboard ramps and we built skateboard parks, like contests, right? We got like $75 a day. Oh, I did for like 3 days, right? So 75, 150, over $200, right? Plus you get free pair of Vans, shoes, Vans, and plus you get condiments where you get you know, like hot dogs, soda, and shit like that. So that was pretty good, you know. That's how we made our money. And the rent was not that much, you know. I think it was like $800 for a 3-bedroom. So yeah, it was sustainable. And yeah, man. So he was telling me there's these like security cops out there checking people's license plate for current registration, right? And they were giving tickets for like people that didn't have registration. So he goes, so because my friend had a pager, you know, a pager is like one of those black little box beeper that you call and then your phone number shows up. It's like your phone, but it's like when someone texts you and the thing comes up, you know, phone number comes up, whatever. But they're just little one line, right? So he said, text me when you're done, right? So after a while I was done. So he said, well, I can't go down there because the guy's gonna give me a ticket because our registration's done. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I text him, and then he's like, oh, I'll be over there at Camelot. It's like a big like video place, right? Like a video, like kind of like a Dave & Buster's, right? They have like arcades, you know, like a Chuck E. Cheese thing. Like way over there, like I'm talking beyond, far beyond that tree, like far, like way far. Like double where the tree is, double the length of that. Okay? Double that shit. So I got done. So then he tells me I'm gonna be over there at Camelot. So I wheel myself. You know, one arm, one leg, right? One leg here, one leg, one arm. So opposite, right? So I go up a speed bump, right? Good thing, cause you know I was skateboarding. That was like my top. I was on top of my game back then. So when it went up, the thing went up in a wheelie. So I held it like this to balance myself, right, like that, and balanced myself with one arm on the wheelchair. And yeah, I almost flipped over on my head. So we get there, and then he put my shit in the thing. So then the next week or whatever, I had a doctor's appointment, and so at the same time he had a little baby too. She was only like 1 or 2 year old, right? So you know, every other week he has to watch her. So we bring her with us. So you remember those trucks are small, the little Nissan, you know, the Nissan like 85 is like real small. So we had the baby in the middle, had Mario driving, and it's a stick shift. So we had the baby seat in the middle, like this, and then because my leg was straight with the cast, the seat wouldn't even go up back far enough. So I have to sit up like this. I have to pull myself up like that and have my legs straight down like that. So he was going to the doctor. So we go to the doctor. So we put the tailgate down and we put a bunch of pallets on top, you know, in the bed, in the truck bed, because that way you couldn't directly see the license plate, because that's where the registration sticker is. Like here, right, they have it in Like here in Texas, they have it in the window. But in California, they have it in the license plate in the back. Like the year and the month. So we put that there so that way they can't see it, you know. So we get there towards the hospital and we see a cop, motorcycle cop, coming towards us like, oh fuck. So then Mario took a right turn into the neighborhood. And we make a right and then we make a left up the first driveway, like up the driveway like this, right? So we made a right and then go up a driveway like where that truck is, right? We parked just like that. And then the cop turned right behind us too. I was like, fuck, so that's why we went up there. And we looked, it was like a 2-story building, right? So now y'all get this beat up Nissan truck parked in front of this nice ass double 2-story house. You know, in California it's expensive. And the cop like drove by and we're like, oh fuck, you know? So yeah, we had to do that shit for a while. Like, you know what I mean? He had to take me to dialysis 3 times a week in that truck. And only thing I know about that truck is I bought it in Phoenix, Arizona for like $1,500. It was all thrash, you know. The seat like had a hole in it and everything like that, and fucked up paint, like paint job. But the thing I remember is like it had over 300,000 miles and the speedometer broke. So we're like, fuck it. So who knows how many miles it had. And I still end up selling it to my friend for $900 after that. After all that use and that we used and how many miles we put in that thing. Man, it was a beast, man. That thing took me from, I bought it in Phoenix, Arizona. I drove to California. I drove it up to Washington State. Drove back to California. Drove across, come back here to Arizona. Pick my sister and my brother up because they couldn't afford like the rent anymore. So they went to live with me in Santa Ana, California. After that, we came here to Texas. You know, and then I went from Texas all the way up to New York. Then down to New Jersey. And then after that, that's when I sent it to my friend Mario. And then he drove it up and down California. So, yeah, I think I had a lot of history. But anyway, I think, yeah. That's how I broke my leg. And I'm still here. And now I got 2 cracked ribs. It's been 3 weeks already. It feels good, man. I think 2 more weeks. We're going to be doing this, but you're going to be, you know, doing a little bit of a, hopefully riding up and down this skateboarding right here. Put a little bit of skateboarding in our video, but for now, we're just gonna tell stories. Alright, man, it's that time. Go visit your friends and family. Because the dead don't need anything. Always have fun. You see me have fun, see me quit. Alright, always. Keep on rolling, running wild, don't go stale. Alright. I'll be keeping an underground lit for you and me, alright? Okay, Odd Ramen. Shout out to you, baby.